I thought the last point of the match just defined the whole match in itself, just in how tough of a match that was, how big of a battle it was. I thought it was two very, very good teams playing high-level volleyball, and we were fortunate, in the fifth to make some plays at the end and get over the top. I mean, for the beginning of that fifth set, I think it was 9-9, and both teams were hitting somewhere around 500, and we did a nice job of making some adjustments at the end and made some plays. But I'm proud of the girls. Our goal was to get to this match, the next match, and they stuck to that, and more than just get to the match. But I thought that they were determined to make that happen. I couldn't be prouder.
Questions?
Yeah. Colleen, at the end of the third set, and then also in the fifth set, you went on a serving run that obviously I can't even describe it. I mean, what happened there? I mean, just you seem so dialed in, and on defense too.
Well, we knew that serve and pass was going to be huge for this match. So, especially at those points of the match, I really thought we needed some tough serving, and I just thought our block did a great job of defending when we got on the other side. So it was really easy for us to play defense around it.
Can you describe what you see and what you're trying to do when you do that? Because it's unusual the way you only use one hand, and you don't take anything off it ever. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just toss it up as high as I can and go after it, I guess. Nothing really special.
Not to her. Kevin, can you talk about that, obviously that rotation when she goes back there, and at that point in both of those games?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on, too. There was a good matchup for us, and we had a good blocking situation. I thought, Lizzie and Anna have been good blockers for us in that rotation. And when she gets them out of system, you have 6'6" and 6'4", and a kid that jumps pretty high. Blocking the left side attack, it puts pressure on a team. And, I thought she's been that way all year. She's, when we needed her, she goes back and she makes plays, and I wasn't surprised by it. In fact, we've come to expect that from her.
In the front row.
Coach, it seems like you guys got career games from almost everyone. 2020 matches from Colleen and Michelle, and then Liz stepping up, and then Jennifer Beltran with 32 digs. Just talk about your team's overall performance and everyone coming through in a real big way. Well,
yeah, I mean, the percentage-wise, it hasn't been our best hitting match, but I think it took a lot to beat them. Both teams had to. People weren't making errors, and we had to score points, and I just thought it was a battle, and you get in a battle like this, you're going to put up big numbers like that from both teams. I mean, Jupiter had 32 kills on 83 swings, and that's a ridiculous number. I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that. That's what it takes in a 5-set match against a team like USC to beat them.
And if, Liz, you could just comment about that stretch late, it seemed like you were just feeding you the ball and you took control.
Yeah, I mean, the fifth set is always just a completely different game, and everyone's in a totally different mindset. So I think Ward and Barch made plays earlier in the match, and so USC had to really focus on them. And I think down the stretch, just Annie did a great job of getting me the ball. So,
Coach, were you surprised at how slow you guys came out in the first set, only hitting 182?
I thought we were a little tentative. Yeah. No, I wasn't surprised. We're at the semifinal for the first time. It doesn't surprise me. We were worried about that. We thought it might take a little while for us to get in our groove. I thought we made a nice comeback and had a chance to win that set. I thought about, after 15, we felt like Illinois volleyball again.
And how important was it for you guys to take advantage of scoring when Jupiter was in the back row?
That was huge. I mean, the matchups were huge. In sets 3 and 4, they had Jupiter on Annie, and we had trouble when we didn't side out right away, keeping them down. And I thought that she got a bulk of her kills at that point. In the fifth set, we were fortunate. We got the matchup we liked with Lizzie on her, and I thought that would make a big difference, especially at the end of the match.
Coach, you face UCLA next. What do you know about them?
I know they're very good. I mean, they look great against Florida State. They look good on tape. We haven't put a ton of focus on them because obviously we were worried about SC, but they're very different than what we just saw. SC is more of a high ball team and big middles that get up and over us, and UCLA is going to be fast everywhere, and they're going to challenge us. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to play a whole different style against them, which is going to be interesting to see how fast we can make a turnaround and how long it takes us to adjust to that in the match.
Michelle, could you just talk a little bit about that second set? It really seemed like you got a lot more comfortable than the first set, and you had 8 kills and hit 421?
I mean, I just think in general everyone got a lot more comfortable, and Annie knew that I was scoring at that point, and I had figured out how to score, so she just kept feeding me the ball, which I think is great for Annie.
Coach, can you talk about at the beginning of the fifth set, there seemed to be some mental errors on both sides. Was that just a product of both teams being tired?
I think it was nerves, but I mean, I don't know. I thought the fifth set was a pretty well-played set. I mean, the teams were hitting at a high percentage, and, you know, you're talking about the free ball play. It was a little bit of miscommunication. I'm not sure. I thought it was a great set, so I disagree with your analysis of that set. Sorry. Sorry, Max. I don't mean to do that to you again.
I would think so.
Liz, what about for you? I mean, you're a freshman and you're stepping on into the national scene now. What has this all been like?
It's surreal. I'm really still just taking it in. It's a blast, I can tell you that. Yeah, it's just fun with this team and how far we've come.
Ward, can you talk a little bit about what was going in your mind during that last rally and kind of just what your mentality was going into knowing that was match point?
I mean, I knew we were going to win the point all along, but I thought both sides fought extremely hard. Just being focused on every contact, I think. I think everyone was really focused on that because we got some great touches on the block, took some huge swings, so I knew we would get it eventually.
Paul Weber with AP. Colleen, your teammate just said that she described it as surreal, this run you guys are on. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really think about what kind of game it is. We just think about one match at a time. And, you know, it's crazy that the next match is for the championship. So it is pretty surreal, but we're going to try to look at it the same way.
Coach, I don't know if you noticed this, but there was a sea of Cornhusker red bagging
Yeah.
you guys. What was that feeling like?
I mean, it was nice to have someone supporting us instead of our little orange section over there. And, you know, we have a bunch of Cornhuskers in our hotel, and they're coming up and, you know, doing ILL to us. And, you know, the Big Ten is sticking together. It's been great.
Any more questions? All right, thank you.
Thanks.